Another incredible way to promote your course is by having your own podcast. This opens the door to a whole new audience. Let me explain how this could work by using an example of a podcast I've created. I'm the founder of an educational platform on Live called the IPS Project, where we provide information on topics such as mental health, relationships, the mind, etc. These are topics we learn little to nothing about growing up, yet they are a part of everyone's lives. Now, on this platform, we also have a podcast, the IPS Podcast, where I interview psychologists, neuroscientists, relationship experts, and people who have weathered difficult times and learned tremendously useful life lessons, etc. Every year, more and more people tune into the podcast, and today, some 5,000 to 10,000 people listen to it every month. Now, here is how a podcast could drive sales to your course. At the beginning of the podcast, I let people know about the IPS Academy, a learning hub that is part of the IPS project, where online courses can be found. I'll let you listen to the announcement that is played in many of the podcast episodes, so you can have a better idea of how this would go. The IPS Academy provides online courses from some of the best instructors out there on mental health, personal development, lifestyle, nutrition, relationships, mindfulness, improving your life quality, etc. Each course we offer has been made in collaboration with an instructor who has also been a guest here on the Inner Picture Stories podcast. Have a look to see if there's a course to your liking, read the full course descriptions, and check out the thousands of positive reviews from students who have taken the course by going to innerpicturestories.com/academy. With that, let's dig into the interview. Every month, this funnel drives traffic to my courses, and with that, sales. Now, besides the benefit of letting you promote your courses, there are a whole host of other incredible reasons why it would be interesting for you to create a podcast. 1. Connect with like-minded people who also have an audience. With the podcast I've created for Inner Picture Stories, the IPS podcast, I can connect and talk with some fascinating and like-minded people who do similar work about mental health, relationships, the mind, etc. This on its own is extremely inspiring. Another benefit of interviewing other people is that they likely have their own audiences. Meaning, once the episode is out, they will most likely share that interview on their social media network, increasing listeners to your podcast and thus increasing sales of your courses. 2. Work together with people you have interviewed. And because you have this connection, you might end up doing something together with that person you have interviewed, which is precisely what I do. For the IPS Academy, an academy for Inner Picture Stories, all courses were created in collaboration with people I've interviewed on the podcast or will be interviewing in the future. Working together, you can provide more courses for your students, and you may also end up becoming good friends with people you have interviewed. This benefits both your personal life and your career. 3. Help your students succeed even more. Finally, sharing a podcast where you either interviewed other people or created more content on a topic can help your students even more. For example, in my course How to Live a Happy Life, which I created for the IPS Academy, I talk about topics such as trauma. To help my students even more, I invited a trauma expert on the IPS podcast to talk about trauma and provide an even greater understanding of this topic. You can attach the link of relevant podcast episodes to your course lessons or in a PDF resource file. There are a host of reasons why I would highly recommend that you start a podcast, which can be about any niche or topic. It can be about cooking, yoga, spirituality, business, psychology, etc. Of course, do understand that this involves a level of commitment to keep the podcast running. If you release just 1 or 2 podcast episodes and then stop altogether, don't expect much to come out of it because listeners won't expect much from your podcast either. This does not mean you have to release a new episode every week. I release one every month. Here again, it's not about quantity, but about quality. You must create a place for your audience that is worth checking out and coming back to time and again. Meaning you must keep providing content to keep your podcast alive and increase your listeners. If you're interested in doing a podcast, give it a try. Don't be afraid to experiment. Keep in mind all the benefits that you have learned in this lesson. Commit to doing 10 episodes over the next 3 months, for example, and see if you're still excited to continue doing so. If you are, you might have found a way that could become the main engine that drives most of your sales. Now, in the PDF resource file of this course, I've provided a couple of great videos and articles on getting started with podcasting. Check them out to gain some additional info if you are thinking of taking this step of creating your own podcast. Another great way to funnel sales to your course is through YouTube. YouTube is the second most used search engine in the world besides Google. Almost 5 billion videos are watched every single day, and YouTube has more than 30 million visitors per day. It's an incredible place to build an audience and indeed to funnel sales to your course. Let me tell you how. A successful YouTube video does one of two things. It either entertains a viewer or it helps a viewer achieve something. Therefore, the way you can use YouTube to funnel sales to your course is by creating either a tutorial or an entertaining video. And then in the video and description, tell people about your course. Let me share with you an example of how an entertaining video as well as a tutorial video can both be used to promote your course. Now, how a tutorial video could end up funneling sales for your course is more self-explaining compared to a video with the purpose of entertaining. However, both work in the exact same way. Think about vlogs, for example. The purpose of a vlog is to entertain viewers. Now, you could create a vlog about literally anything. For example, when you are giving a tour of your business in your vlog, you can mention to your viewers that you also have a course available on how to run a successful business. Or when you're out walking your dog and you show your viewers a couple of tricks you've taught your dog, you could let them know afterwards, hey, by the way, if you don't already know, I have a full course on how to train your dog. Let people know that if they are interested, they can find in the description more info about your course. And if you want, you could even offer a discount link. If you do that, let them know as well. That's one example of how an entertainment video could help you promote your course. But here is another way. If you are a videographer or an animator, for example, you can create a stunning cinematic short movie or animation. If you have a course on that topic, let people know in the description of that video about the course or courses you offer on videography or animation. Again, this could be used in any way. If you're an actor, for instance, and you have a course on acting, let people know about it all in your short movies or movies on YouTube. Alternatively, if you are a guitarist, pianist, singer, etc., and you make cover songs or original songs, put them on YouTube if you don't already have them there. Then let people who watch the video know that you have a course on how to become a better pianist, guitarist, singer, etc. That's how entertainment videos can lead to course sales. Now let's explore how tutorials can do the same. As I already said, the way a tutorial can help promote your course is likely more self-explaining. Put simply, you can create a tutorial video explaining or answering a question often asked by people. Afterwards, let them know that if they want to learn even more about the topic, you have created a whole course covering everything about that topic in depth. Now there is one important note to take here. please don't create a half-answer tutorial where the viewer can only get the real answer he or she is looking for by enrolling in your course. This is shitty and no one appreciates this. You will only end up with tons of downvotes on your videos. Your tutorial should be its own island, meaning it should fully answer a question. For example, on my YouTube channel I have a bunch of photography tutorials. One tutorial that drives a ton of sales to my course is where I answer the question how to blur your background using Lightroom or Photoshop. Now this tutorial video answers that question. People will know precisely how to blur their background in their photos after watching this short video. That's how it should be. And as you can see, it has a whole lot of upvotes and views because it brings value and answers the question people are asking. Afterwards, that's when you can let people know you have a course that delves more deeply into this topic. Now do take this note seriously. Don't be lazy. Create with care with the actual intention of helping your viewers. Now, if you're wondering how to figure out what topic to create a tutorial on, you can find answers through the following two ways. First, by searching on Google some of the often asked questions about your course topic. If you have a course, let's say on dating, you could type this in Google, frequently asked questions about dating. Make a list and write down these often asked questions and create tutorials that answer those questions. The second way would be by paying attention to your students in your course or the people in your daily life. If you have a course on relationships and you often get asked the same question in that course, or when you tell people in real life that you are a relationship expert and you get asked a particular question quite often, that's a perfect clue to create a tutorial on that frequently asked topic. Or you could also ask your students if they have any more questions about the topic you are teaching and make a YouTube tutorial about the most frequently asked questions. Now, the same rules that we learned here in how to create a great course apply when making YouTube videos. A YouTube video needs to be clear, concise, and engaging, no matter if it's an entertaining video or a tutorial video. It also needs to make a complicated topic simple. It should have a good YouTube title and thumbnail, it should have good audio and video quality, etc. Remember well what you learned here in this course and apply those exact same lessons in your YouTube videos. Everything you've learned in marketing and promoting your courses, the same goes for marketing and promoting your YouTube videos. Apply what you learned here in this course to further increase the views of your YouTube videos. When answering a question on a Q&A website, you could refer them to a YouTube tutorial for more info, or place your YouTube video on your social media pages, drop it in a Reddit community, make people aware you have a YouTube channel on your website and in your courses, etc. Obviously, for your videos to rank higher on YouTube, it must be something good so that people want to keep watching it or recommend it. It can either be because it's super entertaining or it has highly valuable information. Also, the number of thumbs up matter. Don't be shy about asking your viewers for a thumbs up at the end of your video and ask them to subscribe if they like what they watched so you'd know if they enjoyed it. Comments matter as well to increase the ranking of your video. If you wonder how to increase comments in your video, this can be done in two ways. 1. Write a comment and pin it to the top with a question. 2. The most effective way would be to interact with the viewers of your vlog by asking them their opinion on something. Or if it is a tutorial, ask them if they're interested in another tutorial, and if so, which topic they would like to learn. Even if your end goal is not to become a YouTuber and create a whole audience on your YouTube channel, you can still make great use of YouTube to funnel sales to your course. Hopefully you know now how to do so through what you've learned here. And then of course we have social media pages such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, etc. Now why have I kept social media until the last part? That's because of the following reason. Other platforms like YouTube, your website or your courses are great places to let people know that you are also on social media if they want to follow you. Therefore, the way to effectively increase your following first and foremost is by letting people know you are on social media. And the way to let them know is by using all the previous methods we have discussed. At the end of your YouTube video, you could tell people that you are also on Instagram, etc. On your website, make people aware that you are on social media by showing the icons of Facebook, etc. And in your course resource file or in your closing video, tell people that you are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And so on. This is an effective way to grow your following. Having this in place will significantly help you to increase sales when you eventually release a new course or run a promo for your current one. You could, for example, run a promo action during a holiday such as Christmas, New Year, Easter, etc., where you can sell your course at a discounted price. Create a post or a story and let people know on all your social media pages. Provide them with a discount coupon code and you likely will gain a few new sales in your courses. Of course, you don't have to wait for holidays to do that. You could also create a post anytime about all the positive reviews you've had and tell people in your post or story that if they are interested, you are currently running a promo action. Of course, you need to live up to what you're saying or posting in this case. If your course has only 1-star ratings and you're telling everyone it has 5-star ratings and it is well received, people will see through this and notice. So be sure to create a genuine post. One final way to promote your course and increase sales through social media would be to post something interesting about it. If, let's say, you've created a photography course like I did, simply take photos on your Instagram, tell them about the photo, and at the end of that post, you could let people know that if they're interested to learn more about photography, they can find a link to your course in your bio. This can be applied to any course topic, whether it's painting, cooking, entrepreneurship, videography, climbing, etc. Now, these are but a few but truly great ways to start using social media to promote and increase sales for your course. Give them a try. I like to end this part of the course by saying the following. I hear many people who have trouble with promoting their course or alternatively any other content they have online, mainly because they aren't sure that they should. And I get it, I had trouble with this as well in the past. However, if your course is created with a genuine interest to help your students' lives change for the better, something that could end up resolving a problem they are struggling with, or bring more clarity to something they are excited to learn more about, then why deprive your course of being discovered by people who need it? Experiment with each of the different ways to funnel and promote your course and see which one you like the most and have the most fun with. Because marketing and promoting your course or any content you have can be fun if you do so through something that you enjoy and feels right to you, such as making YouTube videos, for example. Don't keep others from enjoying this incredible course you have created. Spread the news in a respectful and helpful way and allow more people to discover your creation. And here we are, at the end of this course. Firstly, nicely done. It appears you're quite serious in making your course into a reality. Or, for that matter, if you had already created a course in the past, to create your next course into an even better one. I sincerely hope I was able to bring you useful information and answer many questions you had about course creation in this course. If you have any more questions, do let me know. I'm here for you as an instructor, so make use of the Q&A section in the course and ask away. Now let me finish this lesson and this course by mentioning one final and important note. Create a course that has value. If you're looking to scam people for a way to grab some easy money, it will come back to hit you in the face. The way this incredible system on many platforms on the internet works is, if you do good, you get rewarded. If you do bad, you do not. The truth will always come out in the user reviews of your course. Now, why do I stand so strongly behind this? Because first, I do care that you succeed in creating a great course. But also, secondly, I want your students to walk away with more than what they had come in with. Just as I hope you do in this course. Real people will be watching your course, just as you're doing here. And you can have a great impact on those people. So let it be an impact that changes them for the better. One that will help them go further with their goals in life. I sincerely hope I was able to do that for you as well in this course. Now with that last note, this is where we part ways. Now if you like, you can always find me on any major social media platform. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I always love to engage more with my students, with you. And on each social media site, I try to contribute and provide even more useful content. Also, if you could spare a minute to give an honest review and rating of this course, it would mean a lot to me. Now, with all that being said, good luck, and I wish you nothing but the absolute best with your course and with turning this idea of yours into a reality.